everyone, my name is Stephanie. I am a freelance writer, educator, and writing consultant. Thanks for joining me today. So it is October, or as some people keep pronouncing it, Preptober? I don't know, I guess it's this weird thing where people like prep for November, NaNoWriMo. Okay, I give up on being funny. If you don't know, NaNoWriMo stands for National Novel Writing Month, when writers around the country and the world write a novel in just 1 month. Wacky, right? While I didn't plan to start my YouTube channel just in time for Preptober, I happened to do so, and so why not take advantage of that and chat with you guys about what I'm working on and what you may be working on as well. I am doing NaNoWriMo this year. I'm going to be working on a continuation of the novel that I started this past summer. This is about my 3rd time doing Nano. Oh no, wait. It's my 4th time. I'm not that reliable of a narrator, it turns out. This is my 4th time doing some type of Nano, 2 November Nanos, so traditional Nanos, and 2 Camp NaNoWriMos. I started with Camp Nano because as an educator, I normally work on a semester schedule or an academic schedule, and that just means that Novembers can be real hairy for me. But I did participate in NaNoWriMo, that's a whole different thing. But I did participate in NaNoWriMo a couple of years ago when I was living in France, and even though I was still an educator because I was teaching in a French high school, I had a much lighter workload because I was teaching fewer class hours per week, and you know, the sort of tone of life in France, at least for me, at least where I was living, was a lot more laid back than the tone of life in the East Coast of America. Anyway, so after I completed that Nano and was a winner, was successful, whatever that means, and they mean 2 different things to everybody, right? I moved back to the States, and I tried to do Nano again the next year. It didn't really work out for reasons. And then I immediately again started teaching at a university, and so boom, there went my Nano plan. So why this year? I still teach at a university, I still teach at various schools around town, still a teacher, still an educator, but what has changed is I've made some choices in my life that have allowed me to prioritize my writing in a different way than I was able to in the past. I'm not working as many hours outside of those teaching jobs, and I've sort of scaled back my teaching. I'm lucky that I've been able to do that based on the opportunities that I've been afforded so far. We'll see if it lasts. Freelancing is great and also terrible. But as an educator, I was going into this process thinking, hey, I'm gonna go into class and have this community of writers that I'm already meeting with every week and talking with about creative writing to, you know, sort of commiserate with or chat with about how the process is going. And so I walked into class yesterday really confidently and was like, oh my God, who's doing Nano? Crickets. I was really surprised, honestly. And so I started asking people, well, what is preventing you from doing it? They had various responses, and I think, you know, a lot of them are very credible. I think if you're not doing Nano, that is great. Good for you. I think the best thing that you can possibly do for yourself is to know what you need as a writer at this time and then give it to yourself. And if that's not writing 50,000 words in a month, well, you may be the only sane one of us out there. But I was expecting more people to want to participate. My students gave 3 main reasons why they were not participating in NaNoWriMo. Reason 1, the most obvious, they're super overwhelmed by the idea of writing 50,000 words in a month. It just doesn't seem appealing to them, or maybe it does seem appealing, but it seems like something that's not for them, and it could be for somebody else, but not for them. And we've all been there. Reason 2, they aren't at the right stage of their novel. They really need to be revising right now, so they feel like they can't participate. Reason 3, they're not starting a brand new novel. They're just continuing drafting the novel that they were drafting all along. So that's not Nano. Au contraire, my friends. I am here to tell you that that is nano. That can be nano if you want it to be nano. As for reason 1, there are tons of videos out there that can give you some tips and tricks about how to be a little bit less overwhelmed by the process, how to prepare yourself for it, and also how to let go of some of those expectations. And like I said before, if nano's not for you, it's not for you, and that's fine. But there are some pretty compelling reasons to do it. 1, community. We're all on YouTube talking about this stuff. We're on Twitter talking about it. We're on Instagram talking about it. I mean, it is one of the most supportive environments ever. If you feel like you're looking for a supportive writing community, some people to help keep you on track, help keep you accountable, and to encourage you along, November NaNoWriMo is just about one of the most supportive places you can find. Reason number 2, it's a challenge to yourself, and that can lead to a lot of growth, not just in your novel, but in yourself. Reason number 3, it's a way to get to know who you are as a writer. Pushing yourself to your writing limits will help you get acquainted with what your strengths and weaknesses are, and what the roadblocks are you bump up against. It's also a really good exercise just in setting goals, so even if you're not setting a 50,000 word goal, or a goal for drafting a new novel, you can set goals and see how well you can achieve them through this process. And final reason, it's fun. Also maybe torture. But yeah, fun. So if, like my students, you are on the fence about participating in Nano, I just wanted to make this video to invite you to come along on the journey with me. If you're not really sure where to go from here, or you feel like Nano might not be for you, again, that's okay, but I do encourage you to check out my next video, which I'll link down below, where I talk about 6 different ways that you can approach Nano to make it right for you. It's called A Nano for Every Novel, because I believe that should be true. But also be sure to go online to nanowrimo.org, make a profile, and add me as a writing buddy. My screen name is SK Brownell, and I am really excited to work on NaNoWriMo myself, but also to track all of your progress along with me. I want this to be about community, seriously. So that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up down below. It would really help me out. And if you enjoy videos where I talk about writing and sometimes make a fool of myself, click the subscribe button. Thanks so much. Happy writing.